Hello everyone, we're going to continue on with Phoenix Journal number 27, and I'm going to be going over commandment number 14 of the 18 laws of God. You must honor all commitments made in the service to God, the Father, the one within. Now let us describe what commitments are made in service to God versus commitments of this manifested illusion. Your most important commitment in the service to God is to wisely understand and obey the laws of God and the creation, which we are unfolding for you here. This is the excellent way for honoring self and God within all others and in service to God and the creation. Simply understand and obey the laws of God and the creation. You ones have made this commitment difficult unto yourselves, and it needn't any longer be so. Now you have the laws before you, and you need not any longer claim ignorance or misunderstanding. Do you see? Claim your divine holy godness now. We are all one. The time is now before you to know and own the truth. Now let us discuss the other types of commitments made by first defining what commitment means in Funk and Wagnall's dictionary. Number 1. The act of committing to devote oneself unreservedly, or the state of being committed. 2. An engagement or pledge to do something. Other commitments which are made in service to God include marriage, parenthood, feeding and tending the physically hungry, poor and ill, and spreading the word of truth about the Spirit of God and the creation to all of your spiritually ignorant and starved brethren who will listen. Now, a commitment you make to buy a house or car on credit to be paid by future income is shaky at best, for both parties agreeing to these terms. Credit, in this circumstance, is a promise to pay later at some designated future time. Many families are now finding that many more will find that they cannot honor this promise to pay because many have lost or will lose their jobs, and thus do not have the income to pay. This is an example of a commitment which is not in service to God. Trillions of credit dollars have been made by few by the manipulation of credit, and so too has trillions been lost by the many who have become trapped in obligations they cannot pay for. There are thousands of examples of commitments made of this type. So if you make a promise or commitment to a fellow brother or sister to help them in some way, such as pay them for a service performed for you, or to feed their pets and take care of their home while they are away, then your word represents your integrity to honor to the best of your ability all promises made to the other. Your personal power is in direct relationship to the integrity of your soul. This means that if your word or promise or commitment means nothing, then you dishonor yourself, your brethren, and God, and become powerless and thus a tool for evil. So the moral of the story is, think very carefully about any promises or commitments you make before you give your word. Do not give your word for some future promise unless you are certain you will be able to keep your word. And be certain you completely understand what any promise, oath, or commitment that is asked of you on this plane means before you give your word to it. Because if you are not careful, as in the case of many so-called secret organizations, societies, and mystery schools, your commitment to them may mean your inadvertent commitment to evil. A commitment made to evil or Satan is not a commitment made in service to God, and therefore is not recognized by God. And that is the end of number 14. Thank you.